What is up, guys? This is Swift and welcome to the channel. First off, I want to thank everybody who is watching my Elden Ring playthrough and the shorts and videos. I've been really appreciative of the support there. Thanks for welcoming me back with open arms. There's still a lot more to come with the Elden Ring playthrough, and the DLC should be rolling out. I'm trying to do at least one episode every 2 days, so keep an eye out for that. And once again, thank you again for the support there, but I do want to take a minute to talk about another game today. And that is a game that kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't really anticipating this game, and I really didn't even know it was coming out, to be honest with you. But since it has come out, I've been pretty excited about it. So the game I'm talking about is going to be Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. I've already unboxed this, so I'm not going to actually unbox it again, but I do want to show you what came with it. So first things first, you get the game. Now, if anyone is unfamiliar with this, basically what this game is it's 13 NES games, but you don't get the full game. It's a series of challenges for each game, and so some games may have 10 challenges, some games may only have 5 or 6 challenges, but each challenge that you run through is focused on speed. So for example, Mario 1 for NES, the first challenge is mushroom, and basically what you have to do is get the first mushroom as fast as you possibly can. And the cool part is you can continue to redo it over and over again until you get the perfect score, but you can even upload those scores to the leaderboards. So every week there's a World Championship leaderboard that not only goes for overall scores for everyone included, but it also has a leaderboard for the birth year. So for me, for example, it's 1981. Yeah, I don't look that old, do I? But from 1981, so I not only see how fast I was compared to the whole world, but I see how fast I was in those particular challenges compared to my age group. So with that in mind, I want to show you my scores and stuff like that in a few minutes. But first, I wanted to go ahead and go over the inclusions in the physical release of this. So you can get the digital copy for $30, or this stacked physical edition for $60. So obviously, you get the game. The first thing I want to show you guys is this pin collection here. If I can get it. Oh. And you're going to see some Elden Ring rage on a unboxing. Jesus. But there's a sweet pin collection that comes with 5 pins. And what's cool about these is, well, these are actual real pins, but they actually correlate to the game, because in the game, when you do specific challenges, you unlock a variety of other pins. A whole lot more than 5, but this is 5 of the pins that I think are probably included in the actual game. So it's cool to have these, and I wonder if Nintendo's actually going to release any physical versions of the other pins that you can collect in the game. But this does come in, as you can see, a pretty sweet case to collect the pins in. So I've never been a pin collector, but you know what? Maybe I am now. Anyways, you get that, which is cool. And then you also get these, which are really cool. They come in a little sleeve, NES edition sleeve. And it comes with, I guess, 13 different cards, or a card for each of the games included in the championship edition. So these are very high quality cards, and I really like them. So you got Super Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda, Metroid. Man, these games, so nostalgic. I played these 3 for sure as a kid. The original Donkey Kong arcade classics, I played this as well on Nintendo, not the arcade. Kid Icarus, I don't have as much history with this game as other people, but it's still pretty neat. And this week there is a challenge for Kid Icarus, which is fairly challenging, and it's one of the longer challenges that you'll see in this game. Mario Brothers 2, which I've learned to love even more with the Luigi challenge that we did last week. So you play through it, and with Luigi you have to basically collect a key and open a door. But if anyone's played Mario 2, Doki Doki Panic in Japan, Luigi is very floaty. So when you jump with him, he just floats in the air a lot. And initially it doesn't feel very good to control, but once you get used to it, you start turning Luigi into a G. So it was really fun to learn Luigi again and get that challenge. I didn't take number 1, but I did pretty good, and I'll show you those scores later. Excite Bike, man, who in their 40s or even a little bit younger didn't play the heck out of some Excite Bike as a kid? Ice Climber, this one, Fumble, this one here is another game I don't have a lot of nostalgia for, and in fact, I'm not even a big fan of it now. The controls are kind of jank. But maybe that's just me that's jank. But either way, it's a part of the challenge too. But it's probably one of my least favorite games in this game. Balloon Fight, which is actually pretty neat too. I didn't play this much either as a kid, but it's not bad. It's better than Ice Climber, that's for sure. All right, incoming heavy hitter here, Super Mario Brothers 3. Obviously an incredible game, a game that if you did have a Nintendo in the 80s, you definitely were playing this. All right, this one is a huge game as well, but one I didn't play as much of, but I did play. I just didn't like it as much as the original back then, and that's Legend of Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Level. So this is the Japanese version of Mario Brothers 2. I think you've all heard the story by now. The American version of Mario Brothers 2 is a different game. This was the real Mario 2, but it was too difficult, or deemed too difficult for American audiences, so they refashioned another game called Doki Doki Panic and turned it into the Mario 2 that we know today. And then the last but not least, Kirby's Adventure, which I used to have a physical copy of this complete in the box, but I ended up selling it. Now I kind of regret that because it's kind of neat to have this and have it be a part of the challenge. So anyways, those are the 13 games that are included, and you get the cards for all those. And then the last but absolutely not least, you get a replica NES Championships cartridge. And the great news about this is it has a stand, a Nintendo stand that you can pop here and then pop the game on the stand. So it's the exact same size and shape of a Nintendo cartridge. The stand is nice and heavy. It doesn't feel cheap. And it's just a great piece to have. So if you're planning on buying this game or trying this game, even if you're not a speedrunner, I'm not a speedrunner, never was a speedrunner, but this game makes me want to do that. It makes me want to continue to repeat the same challenges and get better and better and faster, not only to compete with my age group, but the world. And so I'm not a speedrunner, but I've become a big fan of speedrunning, even more so after playing this. But anyways, with that in mind, that's the physical version. Let's go ahead and jump over to the direct capture, and I'll show you my scores for last week and the scores that I've got so far for this week. Alright guys, so here we are in the game. I want to go ahead and go over the game just a little bit here. First option we have up here is speedrun mode, and this is basically where you have each of the games and challenges for each of the games. I'm working my way through this, not quite completed, but here's all 13 games that I showed you the cards for earlier. Some have more challenges than others. All of them have a legendary challenge at the end, which is a longer challenge. Like for example, this one here, Mario Master. If you go into it, you can actually look at some information on how to get it, but basically it's a full run of the game using the warps to get to the end and as fast as you possibly can. So this one's very long, but when you look at some other challenges, like Mushroom here, this is very short, and I'll go ahead and show you it real quick. So on the right is my personal best replay, and then the left is obviously my current run. Way behind time here, but the cool thing is I can just play it again and again and again until I get it the way I want it. And the world record I'll show you here shortly. Actually, Mario goes backwards somehow. But anyways, that's kind of the gist of the game. You can play again over and over and over again until you get the best time or a time that you're happy with. And each of these have rankings. S is the highest ranking. So this is just a single player mode here, but what's cool is we have the World Championships, and in here every week there's 5 challenges that you can do to as much as you want really to get a good score. So if we look at my recent results from last week here, we'll see that I did fairly well. So Mushroom, my world ranking was 88.52, but when we take a look at it here, I was 88.52, which is not so great, but in 1981, my birth year, I did a little bit better there, which is still kind of disappointing, 351, so there's 350 other people my age that are better than me at this challenge, but still top 14%, so not bad. Some other ones I did here was Octorok Onslaught. As you see, I got 3,800 worldwide, which isn't the greatest, but I think my best one really was 1-on-1-1. And this one, I got 363rd in the world, but my time, 21:16, is the best time you can possibly get without doing a 2-frame perfect move in the beginning. Look at it, world ranking, out of 50,000 people, I was 363rd in the world. Top 0.8%, which is pretty cool. And then for my birth year, 13th in the world, so that does feel a whole lot better, and it motivates me this week to grind even further on the challenges this week. So the other challenges here, decent scores, not the best, but still decent scores here. World ranking 4,000, 6,000. Once again, each one of these is going to be lower when you go to my personal birth year. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the champion replays. Mushroom, somebody got it in 3.5 seconds. So check this out. This is insane what they do here. Insane. 1-on-1-1, and you'll see when this starts, their score was 21-11, so mine was 21-16. But they do something in the beginning that's a 2-frame backwards boost that somehow makes them go a little bit faster and gives them the ability to get that extra 500th of a second that they needed to break the record. So honestly, that's kind of a pain because most people in the world aren't going to be able to do that. But the select few who can are going to win. Either way, still cool to know that my time is second best in the world. Pretty cool. So those were last week's challenges, and this week my challenges are up here. So on the Metroid, I've got 3.68. On the coins there, the second one, I have 2.03. And as you see, the rest of the scores there are pretty solid. I think that I have pretty decent scores this week. I was watching Pete Door's video, and I actually had better scores than him on 3 of the 5. But the 2 that he had me beat on were the 2 that I was more surprised about, which was the second and third one, which I'll kind of show you here. So here's Power Grab, Morph Ball. We'll do this one again. Once again, it seems like so simple, but to get it perfect is not simple at all. See, I missed that jump. 5 seconds. Let's try it again. You got to really hit the jump right there. Get right, and see, I missed it again because once you hit the stair, you got to launch off that stair immediately without any delay, or you're going to be losing. See, not good enough. Not terrible, but not good enough. So let's try it again here. Pop it. A little better. Maybe not, actually. 383. So basically that's the game in a nutshell, though. Is you keep going until you get something that you're really proud of. 420. See if I can get one good run while we're on camera. 376. So there you go. That's an S ranking. Not my world best, but still pretty decent. So let's go ahead and check another challenge out. This one, Loose Change, once again, seems very simple, but when you're actually doing it, it's a little bit more difficult than it looks. And the goal is to get all the coins as fast as possible. And Pete Door had me beat on this one. He had 1.96 seconds, which is unbelievable. I thought my score was insane. I thought my score was unbeatable to an extent, but you just never know. You just never know. So I think the goal is really just 2 hops here. But, you know, it's easy to miss that bottom coin when you're doing the 2 hops. And then it's easy to miss the top coin on the left side if you don't jump in time. So you got to put all that together repeatedly to get it. See, I missed that top coin again. But you get the hint here, or you get the gist of it. Death Mountain Duel, this one as well. I was doing this every time, which was shoot this and then go, which I missed that time, but I was shooting that and then coming over here to fight this guy, which I thought was a pretty good idea. And then when I watched Pete Door's video, I realized that he's doing that too. He said he discovered it, and I feel like the same. So I guess it's just something that's a very common thing that most players discover here to help speed up this challenge. So I'll try to do it the right way this time. Shoot that. I shouldn't have hit the side of the lake. That ruined it already. Then he hit me, so even worse. But still an S score. Nowhere near my record though, so I'm trying to hit that. Missed it again. Hit the side of the lake, so I missed that. So this was another terrible run. It still resulted in an A+. But once it all comes together, and when you get that time, it just feels so good. Okay, hit that. I'm a little too high off the lake, but... Oh, and then I missed that timing there as well. Now I'm dead. And in this game, when you die, it just reverses time. But once again, I mean, you die and it's over with anyway. I mean, you can still finish it, but you're not going to get a record. Come on, guy. Not bad. Still a second over my best time. But Pete Door actually had like a 650 or something like that. Something crazy, dude. And I thought, once again, that my time was solid here. And it still is solid. But it ain't no record-breaking solid. Oh, there we go. 723. So not bad. Pretty decent challenge. And then here, Barrel Roll. This is doing the first Donkey Kong stage. And this one, I've grinded a good amount. I wouldn't say it for hours or anything, but I've grinded it to the point where I've got a decent score here, 2020. And I'll try to run it again on camera. That ladder, you know, getting up the ladder and not sticking on the ladder is kind of one of the hardest parts about it. And then this, I'm missing it already because you need to climb that ladder before that barrel comes. And if you don't, you're already screwed on the time. So I'll be able to get up here and probably get it in the S, but it's not going to be a high S. 21-21. So not a bad run, but I think for me, at least from what I've noticed, is the goal here to get to that third ladder before that barrel does. Can I make it? No, I'm not going to make it. I'm getting hit. And I don't know if DK throws the same barrels every time in the beginning, but I know once you get closer to the top, he does change what he does. It's not the same every single time. Like, so sometimes he's throwing the bottom barrel, and sometimes he throws it to the side, and I'm not sure if that's consistent, but I do know that, to me, it does not seem consistent. So there is some RNG involved, as well as, you know, being able to perfectly play this. I'm not even close to that now, to getting over here and getting up that ladder. Oh, climb. And you see that? Like, I'm not perfectly dead center with that ladder, so not going to climb it. There ain't no locking in. There ain't no, like, zipping to it. If you're not dead center, you ain't climbing. And if you don't climb all the way up the ladder, you ain't moving. So, like, you got to hold up until you get up that ladder all the way, or you ain't getting up. Can I make? Nope, still not going to make it. Well, maybe I would have made that, but I got scared. Not a bad time, but still not my record pace. But so that's kind of how I'm doing this one. I didn't get one on camera where I actually got up that ladder. You know what? I'm going to do that on camera. See if we can get up that fourth ladder without getting hit by the barrel. Nope, missed it right there. Cool thing is there's a quick restart feature, but you don't, which you can do by hitting L and R and then confirming. But you do get coins each time that you complete a mission. So there is that bonus. If you don't want to restart, you can just finish it and get the coins for it. As you see, I have almost 6,500 coins now, which you can use to unlock more challenges and also to unlock pins or icons that you can use to basically customize your profile. Once again, not a bad time, but if you want to get that best time, you got to get up that fourth ladder. And I've tried to use the hammers. The hammers, I think, are a waste of time, but I could be completely wrong. One thing this game does is it doesn't show you everyone's score until the end of the week, whenever everyone's already logged their time. So I don't know what other people are doing unless I see their YouTube videos or whatever. So I don't know what the best strategy is. I can only guess what it is or do research on YouTube, but the only video, like I said, that I've watched about this that shows much of the championship scores is Pete Doerr's video, where he showed his scores for the week so far. Oh, I'm not going to make it, dude. I'm going to reset. Not a bad time. Come on, get over there, get over there, get over there, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh! I wonder if that makes you go faster. I don't think it does, but hopping may speed this thing up. I don't know. I would think not. Once again, I missed it again. Maybe my time here is pretty good then, because I can't replicate it very well. Come on, Mario, we got to get this on camera. Oh, that extra frame of not holding up, dude. Come on, Mario. The princess is waiting, Holmes. No, Mario! Damn. As you see, there's a lot of repetition involved in this, and if this isn't something that you like doing, then you probably won't like this game as much. But I feel like if you just watch it and you don't play it, it's harder to really determine what you'd feel about it. I'm dedicated to getting this ladder, though. Dedicated to getting this on camera, because I know it's possible. I've already done it. There it is. There it is. There it is. Overshot that, though. Throw a down ladder. Oh, I could have climbed. Ah! And then there's the thing, dude. It's like once you get that one spot where you know is the hardest part, you still have to finish. You still have to finish. And I did not finish. And this is just a small taste of what it's like to be a speedrunner, because those guys, they're dealing with a lot bigger chunks of game than this. I'm dealing with 20, 30 seconds at a time. If I mess up, I've only got to go back 20 seconds. These guys are going back hours sometimes with their speedruns, playing thousands and thousands of runs just for that one chance to make it right. Damn it, there you see, not climbing the ladder because I'm too far away. Reset. Come on, Mario. Think I'm on good pace. Get up there. Damn it! Ah. One more time, and then I'm going to move on to the last challenge, and that'll be it for today's video. Come on, get over there. Yes. Okay, don't fudge it up now. Already fudged it up now. I was trying to jump early so I could land perfectly to land on the ladder. Messed that up, though. But anyways, there you go. You see that you can't get to that fourth ladder without getting hit by the barrel. And then if you do, it's a home stretch shot to the end for that record, maybe. So good luck, guys. I'm going to show you the last challenge of the week here, which I feel like I did all right on. I do feel like my time is probably like 5-10 seconds slower than the best time, but it's still an S ranking, and it's still, I think, a pretty decent time for this. And as you see, it's a longer stage. But I'll do my best to get through it now to kind of show you how this stage rolls. And it's basically complete the first stage of Kid Icarus, or this stage, whatever one it is in the series. Hop over these guys. Now here comes these stupid flying fools, which I don't like them at all. Good news is if I get this harp up here, which I think is maybe a half a second time waste because I have to jump over to it, it turns them into hammers or something. Oh! And then this here, if you get dead center, you can just kind of super hop it. Then up here, this here is a life refill, which is very important, I think, in here, because you're going to be taking a few hits trying to get through this and get past these guys. But the most difficult part of this stage, oh, get down. These guys are usually gone by this point. They usually go down and go away. But the hardest part of the stage is coming up top up here with these guys here, because if they see you and scream, 4 little enemies are chasing you across the stage, and it's a pain in the balls. And this guy is glitched out, which I'm okay with that. And this guy's in a terrible spot here. But here comes the end of the stage up here. 124.46. So I'm going to run that one more time, but this is actually a series that I think I might continue doing, because every week, every Monday, the scores are tallied for the weekly challenges, and every week there's 5 new challenges. And so every week I would like to probably post a video with my scores and my opinions on the stages that are in the championships for that week. I think it'd be pretty fun to do, at least for the time being, until I get kind of bored of the game. But so far, so good, and I think it's pretty cool that, this could be inspiring a new generation to play some of these older games and realize, how good they really are. It's crazy though, man. Composure is a real thing, dude. You miss one jump or you make one wrong move and then you start shaking and you feel like, oh my god, I gotta keep the composure. Then you start overthinking it, and the next thing you know, you're falling to your death. This guy screams. And then they're gonna... Oh, here they come. Now watch this, dude. This is a nightmare. Now I'm gonna be chased by these little fudges. Not only that, they're chasing me. I gotta deal with the regular enemies, too. Hop ya. Oh, still a nice time. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this. If it's something you like, let me know. If you haven't played it, I strongly suggest giving it a try. If you don't want to drop the 60 bucks, you can just spend 30 on the digital copy and see what kind of times you can get. I do think I'll post another video next week showing how my times stack up. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to grind these times as low as I possibly can. And we'll see how it works out. But anyways, thanks again for supporting me and for watching the videos, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.